it's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Hour live stream. Just a quick update on my, we had some drippy bowls, or a couple of things that dripped in the kiln. They touched the kiln shelf, and I have to fix it. We are still working on that, but I tried out my grinding disc. It like goes on the wheel head, and I was able to grind off all of the pokey parts where it dripped down. I'm trying to save these little drips, but it did a really good job. I'm hoping to fix it up and make it look a little nicer, trying to get rid of like any residual purple bits and then smoothing out the edge of the glaze, possibly with my rotary tool. It has a couple different attachments, like one is like basically sandpaper, so I'm hoping I can fix it with that, but otherwise, like, it's kind of hard to get like the perfect angle when it's just like an attachment for the wheel head. And I've kind of like cut some of the little drippies, but I'm kind of hoping to smooth them out maybe. But yeah, there is our little update. We do have like some little bubbles here, which I don't think will look quite as nice, but it's what we have to work with. I'm doing this with that mug that we also had issues with, and we're just gonna hope for the best for them. Otherwise, like, there's not really anything we could do with them. Otherwise, I'm hoping to fix the bowl so I can possibly sell it. I mean, I do really like it. I don't know, maybe I'll just keep it anyway. And yeah, so for this video, I'm kind of thinking it would be fun to do like a paint palette, but maybe like larger wells, and then it could be used for like earrings and like jewelry. One of my coworkers said that she wanted one like that, so I thought it was a pretty fun idea. Just a second. Okay. So I just kind of want to reference the ones that we have already. So I think like this is what I have for like the two paint palettes that I currently have. These ones are not for sale. The glaze is a little wonky. It's supposed to be satin, and in certain areas it I don't know, it's kind of glossy, and then I don't know, I don't think it has like a full coat on little spotty areas. I don't know if you can really see that. You can probably see that it's like an uneven coverage, possibly. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. So I'm not currently selling these, but I kind of want to reference them for some of the blobby shapes. And they both have different shapes on them that I carved out in earlier. We actually made these in stream. So I think I'll just reference this, and this one has some wells that are pretty small. I mean, I suppose you could like maybe put earrings in those if they were like really tiny studs, but I'm kind of thinking maybe the wells would be a bit bigger than that. Maybe like this size could be the smallest. But I think that would be like a really cute idea. And then maybe if they are not too big, they could be used as like paint palettes also. So I just kind of want to keep these off to the side to reference, but this is kind of basically what we're going to make today. We're going to create, we're going to roll out a slab, and then I think we could start carving into it. Maybe we could cut out maybe like 2 out of this slab, depending on how much clay we get, and maybe like work on 2 at a time or something. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing some slab building today. Where could I put these? Just a second. Let's check on the clay that we have over here. I think this one's probably too wet. And then these, oh yeah, those ones are like way too wet. Those have been drying for just like days. They've just been sitting there. Okay, and then like you can see that it is coming off onto my finger. I would say this one's too wet, but it's pretty close. I wonder if I could put it somewhere so I could just like sit and dry out a little bit. I'm not really like in a rush or anything. I do keep my space a little precious, but something that you could do if you had something like this that you need to dry out is squish it into a cylinder shape and then like form it into an arc, or sometimes people call them rainbows, and then you just set that off to the side, and then like the majority of the surface area will dry out. And that is like, that's one way people that do ceramics will like dry out clay faster. I'm not really in a rush to dry it out though, so I don't really, I don't really feel like doing that. Okay, this one's good. You can see there's like not a lot that comes out on my thumb. Let's see if we can use this one maybe. Okay, and this one is too, it's like, I don't know. It's like a tad too wet to use. Maybe I'll just let this one sit out and dry a little bit. Because like this is all we can use like right now. So I'm gonna have to grab from my clay bag, and I don't really want to do that. Let me just kind of like, I'm gonna squish this into about how high I'm going to do the slab. So the way that we're going to do this, you could definitely make a paint palette or whatever similar to this that you would like. What I'm going to do is roll out a thick slab, and we're going to cut out a tiny bit out of the bottom just so we can have a foot. And then we're going to carve down and create these wells. What you could do alternatively is roll out a very thin slab and roll out coils or whatever, and then attach them to create the, all of these walls. I don't really want to do that, so that's not what we're going to do here. But just so you know, you don't have to do it the way I do it. There's like, I don't know. Well, I think those are the only 2 ways I can think of, but there's not just one way of doing things. Okay, so I think maybe we'll roll the slab out to about, possibly about this high. Since I kind of want to do this for, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking it will be specific to jewelry. I kind of want to give people maybe the option though. I don't want the walls to, I don't think I want the walls to be like this high or the walls to be that deep. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe we'll have to pick one. If it's gonna be a jewelry dish or if it's gonna be a paint palette. We might have to pick one. Okay, so this is like maybe about... Yeah, okay. Let's just say it's gonna be a jewelry dish. And we're gonna make it thinner. I still need to get some more clay for this, so let me just get that real quick. Just squish this a little bit. I just want like a very like rough idea of like how much clay we need. I kind of have an angle there, so I think. Okay, let's try to do I think I'm gonna do two separate balls of clay. Just because like if we put a lot together, it's gonna be really hard for me to wedge. I'm still sort of recovering from being sick, so I have like the teeniest bit of issues. Otherwise this like wouldn't really be like all that bad to like wedge up, because it really isn't like a lot of clay. Okay, I think this is good, but I think I might just grab like a tiny bit more, just because sometimes I'm pretty far off when I estimate how much clay we need. Okay, now let me just close up my bag here. Whoops. Okay. Perfect. I kind of need to like get the clay off my hands real quick. I don't want any like dry clay bits going into our what we're gonna wedge up here. We have some dry clay over here. Okay. You like maybe move this a little bit. I think it's like slightly better if you sort of make a sandwich. If you have like different bits of clay. This one that we had wrapped up, and then these bits we got from the bag, they're a bit different. The one that was wrapped up is slightly drier. I don't think it's too dry to use today. I think it'll be fine, but I think it works a little bit better if you can put it in like a sandwich kind of. Okay, let's just kind of like just sort of roll this into a cylinder. That'll make it easier to wedge. And then all of this clay came from the bag, so it doesn't really matter. Just kind of smush it up a little bit. pretty even. I feel this is probably like way too much clay. If we have like too much, maybe we'll cut out a little like trinket dish. I feel like I could always use more of those. Okay. And then I'm just gonna do a spiral wedge right here. We're still seeing some popping here. You can see that. I want to make sure we get all the air bubbles out. Okay, maybe that's good. I'm kind of just guessing. And then since we're gonna roll this out with a rolling pin, I just kind of want something, just kind of want a shape that's like relatively even, either a sphere or a cylinder maybe. Okay, I'm gonna put that off to the side and we'll wedge up this one. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Okay. If I see any bubbles, I kind of want to make sure that they get popped. think that might be good. Okay. I'm so tired now. Okay. I think let me take a look at my rolling pin. Okay, so this is the gauge that I have on it right now. I think if we carved out a very tiny bit for the foot, I think this size would be all right. I think let's do that. For the paint palettes, I usually do like 4 paint stir sticks, which is just a little bit more than what the gauge is on my rolling pin. Okay, and then let me clean up my hands. And then it does work a little bit better if you can smush this more. Oops. So I'm gonna squish it from the middle outwards. This should prevent any like folding that the clay would otherwise do. It'll fold onto itself if you have like a large chunk of clay that you are trying to roll out with the rolling pin, but here you can see it's not folding out itself. Okay, so let's roll this out. I have like, there's a little itty bitty bit on there. I think I'm just gonna do kind of a circle, nothing too specific. I don't know if we could get 2 palettes out of just this one. I don't know, maybe we could. Okay, let's try to do an oval, I guess. I don't know, maybe we could get 2 out of this. It is like a lot of clay that we just wedged. I always like really overestimate how much clay we need. But I'd hate to do like all this work and then not have enough. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, and I just kind of want, it kind of sticks to the canvas that I have on here. So just kind of like lift it up and move it around. Okay. And I can go this one. We don't have very much room to work on here. Okay, I think that's all we can do. Let me move this so I can see what you guys are looking at. All right, so now we want to take our rib and we're going to compress the clay. I'm just wiping on my apron so it's not like wet. Okay, we're just gonna do this a number of times in different directions on both sides of the clay. make sure all the clay particles are compressed and just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it matters. I don't know if it kind of pushes them into like the same direction. They go in certain directions, like if you're wheel throwing. It's not really, I don't know if it's something you could see. If your clay is just like one color, but you kind of want them to be like arranged in a certain way, because that will prevent any cracks from happening. Okay, let's flip it over and do the other side. We also want to smooth out any of these cracks that we got from rolling it out, but those are not the same as the cracks that are gonna form really if it like dries and then cracks. These will not be an issue at all as long as we like smooth them out. It's a little bit of a weird area over here that I want to fix too. Just kind of like, I'll try some different directions to cover it up. Okay. I think that should be good. I don't think there's like a certain number of times that you have to go over the clay to compress it. I think you just like go over it a few times. Okay. Perfect. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we could use like, are these like kind of the same shape? Kind of, but not really. And then I'm just gonna take my little pottery knife. I'm not sure what this is called. I think it's something like a pottery knife. Let's see. We want to avoid about a centimeter or like about like maybe a quarter of an inch, maybe a tiny bit more than that from using this edge area. Just because it's not as compressed as the middle area. And we have quite a wonky edge here too that we don't want to use. Let me kind of see. We don't have to use these exact shapes, but I kind of want to see like how big we can get. The clay is going to shrink a number of times until it is glaze fired. So I don't know. I don't think we can quite do 2 on here. I think let's do, let me rotate it and see how much we have here. I think I'll do this and then maybe like a tiny plate over here. I think we could do that. Is it better if I go like this way? Yeah, I think it's a lot better if I go this way. We could do like 2 plates, 2 tiny plates in addition to this. Okay, so let me just kind of like get a rough outline of this. I'm kind of trying to make it a tiny bit bigger than what we have here because it is going to shrink. All right. And over the weekend, I did finish up those other, the plates that we slabbed on, I think we made them on Friday. We did like a bunch of plates in that video. They're all, well, like, they're like trinket dishes. They're super small. And then we did some that are a bit bigger. So the small ones are about like this big, and then the larger ones are like this big. Not really quite the size of like a plate you would eat off of. They're a bit small. I'd finished carving those over the weekend, and they're drying. I also, over the weekend, brought, I brought our or not Bisquick. I brought our bone dry pieces. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, I'm trying to draw this and I'm trying to like figure out what the hell I'm saying. Okay, our bone dry pieces were brought to the studio and they're going into a bisque firing. I've been talking about them for a while. They are our bunny dishes. We made those a few weeks ago, and then we have some little like turtle containers that I'm so excited to finally get back and start decorating those. What else? There's a mug that I had to put some bisque fix on, but let's hope for the best. It was the tiniest crack. I'm gonna try to avoid using bisque fix. I've definitely used it on some pieces that were just too far gone, but I need to like experiment with it first and just see like what to expect from it. But it really was just the tiniest, itty bittiest little crack. So I'm hoping it'll be fine. And then there's like a little cup. And there we have like the 3 heart dishes that we made on the stream. And the firing now. And what else? I think that was it. There's a lot of just like the turtles, their shells, oh, a bunch of kiln cookies. Yeah, and then there's just like, there were a bunch of rabbit dishes, the little trinket rabbit dishes that we made on the stream. I think that's it really. There's just like a bunch of like the same design. Okay, so let me smush this up. I don't want it to like dry out. So I just want to smush this up real quick. Oh, another update. Okay, unfortunately, I did not make it into the craft show that I was trying to apply for. So we don't have to make anything too particular. I mean, of course, the craft show is kind of going off of people shopping for Mother's Day. I'd still like to make some stuff that people might want to buy, even like online for Mother's Day. So, of course, maybe some cute vases. I want to make some more vases that are in different shapes. And all that. Let me see. I need some plastic. Let me wrap this up real quick. I don't want it to like dry out. I'm gonna spray with water too. Oops. Okay. So just, I don't know, anything people might be looking to buy for Mother's Day. So I'm thinking like, we don't have like really like any, I mean, we have like maybe like that one vase that is somewhat of a normal size. It's a little on the small size. And then we have those super tiny vases in the shop. But I'd like to make some more regular sized ones. I threw this piece last night. Whoops. Not bad, I think. So it's still drying out a bit. And obviously I'm gonna have to, I still need to trim it and such. But I'm excited for that. I haven't made like a actually like pretty large vase. I haven't made a vase that large in a while. That's what I'll say. Okay. So I think the next streams will be maybe trying to go towards stuff that people might want to buy for Mother's Day. But we don't have to do anything too specific otherwise. If I did get into the market, I really did want to get some stuff made that would probably sell better. I think, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the vibe is different if it's in person than like online. I don't know. So yeah, like I was thinking about like maybe doing like more of a focus on certain things, like maybe having more plates and bowls. But that's kind of like a general thing. That's not really like Mother's Day, really. Not specifically. Okay, let me just kind of shape this. I want to shape these and then they can dry out to leather hard and they will be good to go to trim. I don't want them to like dry too much before they're shaped. Okay, so here we have our perfect little dish. Let me put this over here, I guess. I'm just gonna shape this one real quick and then we will go back to our little jewelry palette thing. Yeah, so oh, I just popped a little bubble over here, I think. Okay. I'm still gonna try to keep this market in mind for the next, just like what we make this coming year, basically. I don't know. I feel like they might be looking for certain things. I'm not really sure. I really have no idea like why I didn't get into the market. Like they don't specify. They just said that they have like so many people that apply to it. And they just don't have like the space for everybody. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's like, I feel like they probably curate it. I don't think it's like completely random. But like, I don't know. What if it could just be like, they review like the first, like, I don't know. I don't know how many vendors are there. Let's say there's 100 vendors there. Like the first 100 applications they get, they look at them and then maybe they're like, okay, these all look really good. And then like, they just don't keep looking at stuff. Like, I don't know if they would like keep looking and comparing everybody if there are like so many applications. I have no idea. Like, but this is the first time I've applied to their spring market. I definitely feel like my work is a lot better for the spring market. I applied for their winter one and didn't get in, but I kind of thought maybe it was because my stuff wasn't like holiday specific. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Hopefully, they don't think my work is like that bad. But I just kind of want to keep this in mind as we are working on things over the next year, that I just want to have like some specific things made for this. I think if I make some more interesting pieces that are, I don't know, either I'm kind of thinking of like either things that are really interesting, like the underglazed stuff that we're doing, or stuff that sells really well. I think I kind of want both of those. But like I want stuff to be really interesting though. So like maybe they look at it and they're like, whoa, this is really cool. I don't always have the capacity to be doing like so many crazy underglazed pieces. Like sometimes I just want to like play around with what we can do with our glaze combinations. Okay, let me move some stuff around and let's roll this one out. I'm gonna set this off to dry. We'll see how, it's not really gonna dry much at all in the few minutes we're gonna set it off to the side, but whatever. Okay. I don't know. I think I think I need like some, I don't know. I just kind of want like, I guess like maybe a variety of things in my shop. Like, I know I need to have mugs in the shop. We are having some major issues with the mug making though. I cannot remember how we've made the last, all of them. I don't think I wheel through any, but I'm not sure. We definitely tried making some via slab building and coiling. The coiling was definitely an issue with the bases, but we're having so many cracks. Like I kind of feel like I need to just do some mugs by like on the wheel, but that means that it's not really something I'm ready to do on the stream. I don't want to do any wheel throwing on the stream yet. I don't feel like I'm there yet. Like I don't want to take like forever trying to like center it or whatever, like on the stream, and like like that would definitely be really boring if I spent like 15 minutes trying to center it. Okay, let's try to roll this out into like an oval again. I kind of want to, yeah, even out any of those kind of like uneven sides here. I have to check out and see like what kind of, I don't know, what we could do for summer markets. I have been wanting to try, we have like a, it's not really it's not a farmer's market. It's very similar to a farmer's market, but it's only like handmade, homemade type of stuff. So it's like arts, crafts, maybe some like snacks, like if you made your own bread or something. We have like multiple like separate farmers markets for actual farmers. And then we have like a separate market for like basically like arts and crafts for the most part. So there's this one downtown. It's just called the Saturday Market. I've been like interested in doing that one. But the problem is I don't know how we would get stuff there, and it's pretty far away. So if we had to do 2 car trips, like it's kind of far away to do that. Jason, I don't have a car. Big problem there. I don't have a car. Jason has a car, but it's a Tesla, and it doesn't hold like very much at all. And the Saturday Market is like a 10 by 10 foot booth. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to bring. 'Cause like I would need to fit 3 tables, 2 fold-up chairs. I do have one of those like what is it? Just like, you know, like a market tent. That thing's pretty big. It takes up like a lot of space, really. And then on top of that is the actual ceramic stuff. And I'm just like, I know it's not gonna fit because it barely fit in the last car that we would use for the markets. And that car was like, it was a sedan, like it wasn't a hatchback or anything big. But like, I just know because the Tesla is like so much smaller that it's not gonna fit everything. So that's, I don't know, it's just, that's just like my problem. trying to do markets. Like Crafty Wonderland, it's really not that far. So I think if I had to, we could have done 2 car trips if needed. But I don't know, that one's like so far away, and it's downtown. Like it's like, I don't know, the amount of time it's gonna take to like get through downtown plus getting there is just like a long time. Who knows how long? It really depends on like what the heck is going on. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll figure something out. But that's why I'm like, I haven't really done like very many markets since I've been here. We did that one, or well, it was like for multiple days. We did a market at one of the ceramic studios. Well, I kind of lost money doing that one. So, I don't, if they didn't like change too much, I just don't think I could do it again this year. I think it would have to really be like pretty different. I just feel like the way it was set up, it definitely sounded like a good idea, like on paper, but then like in reality, it wasn't so good. But it was definitely fun, because I think like, yeah, that was the first market that I've done here, since I moved here, and I haven't like, I don't know, like I love doing markets. They're so much fun, to like talk to people, and then you can also just like walk around and see what other people brought, and just like, I don't know, I just love that. If you're an artist and like you haven't done like a market, like I would highly recommend trying something if you can. I definitely understand if people are a little wary of it, because obviously, like, you could lose money. You could, like, you could pay to be there and have a booth there and then not sell anything and lose money. It's definitely a risk. But they really can be so much fun. Just, like, I love, like, talking to people and telling them about, like, how things were made. I used to sell, like, different things, like a variety of things, especially, like, closer to when I got out of college. I sold all the different things I made in my different classes, so that was pretty fun, and some of it was pretty niche stuff that people have not heard about. So it's just, like, really fun to, like, connect with people and be like, oh, do you know about, like, this handmade process? I, like, tell people about it, and I don't know, you can also get lots of feedback from people, seeing what they're gravitating towards is always really great. The stuff that they are looking at, but then the stuff that they actually pick up, those are definitely two pretty different things. Or the stuff that they ask about, like, so much more feedback, because obviously if you're in person looking at stuff, you're interested, where, like, if you're selling online, just because somebody went to your page doesn't mean that they're interested in buying it. I will favorite things, like, say on Etsy, but that doesn't mean I want to buy it. Like, sometimes I think it's a cool idea and I want to save it, and like, I don't know. It doesn't always mean someone wants to buy it. But yeah, like, I don't know. I just think you can get, like, some great feedback from being in person. Sometimes you'll get conflicting things. People will say things are too expensive or something. Or I don't know. I did already mention this on the stream, but this one time I was selling work. This girl, like, she picked up some stickers, and she's like, your stickers are too expensive. And I was like, oh. And then she, like, proceeded to buy them. And I was like, if you bought them, they're not too expensive. Like, I don't know, like, both of those things are, like, very conflicting. So sometimes you might not be able to make heads or tails from in-person interactions, but sometimes you can get some kind of info or feedback. I've gotten ideas from people from selling in person. Just like how I mentioned, like, one of my coworkers said that one of these, like, paint palettes would be cute for her jewelry. Like, someone could say that to you in person. Or maybe they'll be asking you questions, like, I don't know. They might ask you things like, do you do custom orders? Or maybe, I think they would be a lot more likely to ask that in person than if they were online. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's so much that you could like look at online that it's really easy to not have to ask and just go find someone that will do it. But I don't know, if you're in person, like you're just so much more likely to buy something or ask the person that is right there. I like never message people like online. Like if I was looking at something, it's really, really rare if I message the seller to ask them a question about it. Like I don't know why. I just don't want to do that. I don't really want to like wait a couple days for an answer. And I mean, it's like, you never know. They might respond like within an hour, but like they might not respond for like 3 days. You really don't know. But obviously, if they're like right in front of you, they're probably going to answer you. I don't know. That's all I can think of. Yeah. So I'm hoping to do some more selling in person. If I can, I have to see like what other markets are available in the summer time. Yeah. Oh, we're like right at time. Just about. We have like a couple, maybe a couple more minutes. Let me just like smush this into shape. We're gonna have so many trinket dishes. Like, we have the bunny ones, the heart ones. We have like a ton. I think we have like 8 of the really tiny ones, and then, well, there's like tiny ones and the larger ones that we made in the last stream. I think it's like maybe 3 larger ones, and then maybe it's like 5 of the smaller ones. These are gonna be so great to just kind of like test out some like just like small underglaze ideas. I think like the larger the plate, the more I have to put on it, and I don't know, like I don't think I always want to be like, I think I lean a little bit more minimalistic as opposed to what's the word? Okay, I don't think I'm capable of thinking of what the word is. The opposite of minimalistic. Oh, maximalistic? Maximalism? Yeah. I'm not that at all. So I think if there's like not so much pressure to fill like a ton of space, that is kind of a little bit more better for kind of like how I'm thinking about the design of these. Okay, perfect. So we have so many more little dishes, and then we really don't we don't really have any time to work on our little jewelry palettes. But I don't know, let's get them over here. I think, I don't know, I think I might want to edit the shape of this one slightly. This one's a little bit more maybe like pointy or something than I would like. Let me see if I can, I don't know, trim it a tiny bit. I have to trim it when it gets to leatherhead, I don't know. It's a little bit better. Okay. Well, that's our stream for today. I'm sorry it wasn't like all that thrilling, but I really didn't have like too many other like crazy ideas to do today. We're gonna continue tomorrow, working on, we're gonna be carving out these little jewelry palettes. I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to trim the jewelry dishes off stream. It's really nothing that exciting. I don't know if we will carve both of these on stream. Usually if we do multiple things, I only do one on the stream just because I don't want to be like too repetitive. But I don't know. I guess we'll see how I'm doing. I am planning on doing some more wheel throwing. So sometimes we have to do, we have to continue with this kind of stuff for the stream because outside of the stream, I'm just making more things. So we need to like get stuff finished, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, let me like arrange these for a nice little thumbnail. But yeah, well, that is our video for today. Thank you so much for joining on Twitch. Be sure to follow along so you know when I come on for more videos. We stream Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. And then all of the videos will be uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co. There we have over 100 videos for you to watch. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube so you know when I post more videos. I have not made any videos lately, but now that we are definitely not in the market, I can maybe start working on making more videos. I'm gonna be adding more like ceramic tutorials to the YouTube, and I'm thinking about other stuff like topics for small businesses or just like things for any artist to know, those types of videos. So yeah, so check out the YouTube, and if you want to see the stuff that I have in my shop, there's a link in the description, and you can go to callieand.co to see the pieces that we've made on the stream, and yeah, they're in my shop right now. All right, well, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you made it this far and learned something, and I will see you guys later. All right, bye.